Well, hey there, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. So, doing another little Bible reading kind of devotional with you. It's going to be a little bit longer reading because, most of the time it's just a quick verse and a thought. But this one's going to be a few more verses, but it's a really, really good story. I've heard it many times, but there's always a lesson in it to take away from it. So, it's going to be coming out of Luke chapter 15. And we'll start in verse 11, and then we'll go through 32. So we'll start in verse 11 here and read through it, and then do a quick little thought after we get done reading through. So we'll start. Jesus continued, "There was a man who had 2 sons. The younger one said to his father, 'Father, give me my share of the estate.' So he divided his property between them. Not long after that, the younger son got together all he had, set off for a distant country, and there squandered his wealth in wild living. After he had spent everything, there was a severe famine in the whole country, and he began to be in need. So he went and hired himself out to a citizen of that country, who sent him to his fields to feed pigs. He longed to fill his stomach with the pods that the pigs were eating, but no one gave him anything. When he came to his senses, he said, 'How many of my father's hired servants have food to spare, and here I am starving to death? I'll set out and go back to my father and say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants.' So he got up and went to his father. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion. He ran to his son, threw his arms around him, and kissed him. The son said to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven, against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. But the father said to his servants, Quick, bring the best robe, put it on him, put a ring on his finger, and sandals on his feet. Bring the fatted calf and kill it. Let's have a feast and celebrate. For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found.' So they began to celebrate. Meanwhile, the older son was in the field. When he came near the house, he heard music and dancing. So he called one of the servants and asked him what was going on. Your brother has come, he replied, and your father has killed the fatted calf because he has him back safe and sound. The older brother became angry and refused to go in. So his father went out and pleaded with him. But he answered his father, Look, all these years I've been slaving for you and never disobeyed your orders. Yet you never gave me a young goat so I could celebrate with my friends. But when the son of yours who has squandered his property with prostitutes comes home, you kill the fatted calf for him.' My son," the father said, You're always with me, and everything I have is yours. But we have to celebrate and be glad because this brother of yours was dead and is alive, and was lost and is found." So that's a great story, a good one for sure. I'm sure you probably heard it many times, the parable of the lost son or the prodigal son. Kind of see many lessons in it of seeing what greed will get you, with the son wanting everything, and then you get out of everything, and then you squandered it away in wild living, it says, and that got him nowhere with nothing. And then when you spend it all, then even more hits because you have nothing. Now you're going to even have more nothing because the famine hit the land. So then you hire yourself out to work, and he's talking to probably a Jewish crowd, so pigs were the no for them for not being able to eat them. So now they're working with a pig, and you're wanting to eat whatever the pig's eating because you're starving to death. But I like it whether it says that he comes to his senses. You realize, man, this was definitely not the best choice. This was not the life I should have lived. Then you realize, hey, I need to change and turn around. And you see the lost and found kind of lesson with there. The lesson with seeing how much love the Father has for both of his sons. You see the lesson of the older son needing the heart change of, hey, my brother is back and he's not living the way that he was living. Why can't I be joyful in that? But he gets jealous and greedy in himself, thinking about him instead of thinking about his brother being lost as well. But I'd never thought about this with the story, but with the father, of all the wealth that he had, of giving all that he had to his the younger son, his portion to go away, and he still had plenty portion left for his older son, and possibly could have had many other siblings. We don't know. We just know about the older and the younger son. And then he has all his hired servants, so he has wealth to pay them and plenty enough funds to pay them. And then when he gets home, he's putting a ring on him, he's covering him with the best robe, killing the fatted calf, so he has plenty to give away. So I thought about that with God, what wealth that he has and what he can give to you in the sense of eternal life. So I thought about that, of the wealth of the Father in heaven, of what he has and what he can give to you. But yeah, there's a wonderful story with many lessons in it, and that's how it is with a lot of the parables that you can hear one lesson on it and then hear another lesson on it and another lesson on it, because there's kind of depth to the stories, and you can kind of pick out a way to grow closer to God and learn how to be the person that you should be for him, because he's worth it for sure. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed that. Hope y'all enjoyed that reading, and hope you think about the lessons that can come about it, and then the lesson, kind of what I was talking about, of the wealth of the Father in heaven, of what he can give to you through eternal life, which is quite valuable. And then quite valuable in the sense of saving your soul too. So anyways, thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all like, share, and subscribe if you want to. If you haven't already, when you do, you're welcome on in to the Head to Tail family. We'll love you and welcome on in. So thank y'all again, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.